I'm Jenny from the Centre for Clarity, and I want to share with you today 4 secrets to creating permanent positive change and enable you to live your best life. Regardless of the treatment you're seeing me for, whether it's kinesiology, hypnotherapy, coaching, timeline reset, or delete reset, I will educate you on these 4 secrets so that you get the most out of your treatment and reach your potential. These 4 secrets are not just relevant when you see me for a treatment. Once you know about them, they can positively influence your decisions and therefore every aspect of your life. Secret number 1. The quickest and easiest way to find your power in any situation. I like to call this one hero or victim mentality. Do you know that in any given situation within your life, you are making a choice to be at cause, which is hero mentality, or in effect, which is victim mentality? When you look for your responsibility within a situation and become personally accountable, you instantly find your power to change some aspect of that situation, the part you are responsible for. I'll say that again. The part of the situation that you are responsible for is the part that you have the power to change. Some of you may find it challenging to take responsibility, but it's so worth it when you know by recognizing your responsibility, you find your power. Do you know that 97% of the world is in victim mode? Imagine what a leap forward it'll be for you when you're in a hero mindset. When you're in victim mode, there's no growth or solutions to any problems. You're disempowered, and life is happening to you and not for you. And this is why it's so important for you to be in a hero mindset. When you become aware of what mode you're in, victim or hero, you can choose to be in an empowered state. Here are some tips in recognizing whether you're in a hero or a victim mentality. So, hero mode, taking responsibility. Victim mode, blaming others. Hero mode, you're taking action. Victim mode, making excuses. Hero mode, you realize that you have a choice. Victim mode, stuck and frustrated. Hero mode, you can do anything if you try. And in victim mode, you need others to change before you can improve, or before your life can improve. And do you want to know the coolest thing about all of this? As soon as you become aware that you are in victim mode, by recognizing some of these behaviors, you put yourself in hero mode. Secret number 2. Have you ever had a misunderstanding with someone where you're 100% convinced that you're right, and they're 100% convinced that they're right? Guess what? You're both 100% right in your structure of reality. Do you realize that in any given moment, you're being bombarded with 2.4 million bits of information, which is mind-blowing and far too much stimulus for your brain to process? Your brain can only process around 264 bits of information at any one time. And to help with this dilemma, your brain uses your past experiences, your environment, your values, beliefs, and moods at that time to filter, generalize, distort, and delete information so that the information that's left aligns with the criteria and gives you a perspective and understanding. So you can imagine that each person's filtering criteria is going to be different to yours, and the chances of you both ending up with the same 264 bits of information is highly unlikely. So you are both 100% correct for you. What your brain does with this 264 bits of information is it creates an internal representation, or an IR, which will influence your emotional state and your physiology, ultimately affecting your behavior. So if you don't like your behavior, or you don't like what you've been displaying, you can change your IR, your emotional state, or your physiology, which will result in a different behavior. For example, I want you to slump over, shoulders forward, head down, like this, and notice how you're feeling. not very upbeat or motivated, and that's simply from a result of moving your physiology. And now I want you to sit upright, shoulders back, big cheesy grin. Now I want to notice how you're feeling now. I bet you're feeling completely different to how you felt a few moments ago. Other examples might be to think happy thoughts, which Peter Pan did, which helped him to fly, and obviously he knew a bit more than what we gave him credit for. Or change your IR by visualizing how you'd like things to be as if they've already happened. Secret number 3 is about your conscious and unconscious mind. And do you know that your conscious mind, which is what you're aware of, that equates to 5% of who you are. And what you are unaware of, then the programs that are running in the background, is your unconscious mind, which equates for 95%. Sometimes I can make you aware of something that you are unaware of by asking you questions like, what does the hair feel like on your forearm? And then all of a sudden you become aware of it. Your unconscious mind has one job to do, and that is to keep you alive. You may believe consciously that you have a belief, habit, or behavior that's not working for you and making your life hard. You may believe with your conscious mind that without this belief, habit, or behavior, your life would be easier and you would feel so much better. However, you are alive and your unconscious mind has done its job. Its job is not to make your life easier or for you to feel better about it, just to keep you alive. Your unconscious mind recognizes your current habit, behavior, and belief as a positive because you're alive and it must be preventing something worse from happening. So let's keep it. For you to change or delete these habits, behaviors, or beliefs, you'll have to consciously decide to do so, or come and see me for a treatment. To keep you safe and alive, your unconscious mind follows these 6 prime directives. 1, it's to preserve the body, as I said. If you're eating cake and you're alive, that's not a bad thing. 2, it's a servant and it likes to follow orders and will take you literally. So when you say things like, I need to lose weight, your unconscious mind will make sure that you always need to lose weight. Number 3, it's a highly moral being and it stores memories. It's symbolic and stores in symbols and images. As I said earlier when I spoke about your internal representation or your IR, this will influence your behavior and therefore what you attract in life. Often we visualize the worst case scenario to prepare ourselves in case it happens. Your unconscious mind will store this as the goal, directing your emotional state, your physiology, and your behavior. Your unconscious mind does not process negatives. So when you say things like, I no longer need to suffer, all your unconscious mind hears is, I need to suffer. It's also worth noting that when you tell yourself something like you shouldn't, wouldn't, or couldn't eat that cake or smoke those cigarettes, you're talking to the 5%. When you ask questions like, what would life be like if I didn't smoke? It stimulates the 95%. During a treatment with me, you'll notice that I'll be working with 100% and stimulating both the 5% and the 95% of your mind so that you achieve the change you desire. Secret number 4 is a little thing called the caudate nucleus. I want to keep this description brief and easy to understand, so I'll be describing what it is and why it's so important in the positive changes you're going to make in your life. The caudate nucleus plays a vital role in how the brain learns, specifically the storing and processing of memories. It works as a feedback processor, which means it uses information from past experiences to influence future actions and decisions. For example, you may have had experience in your youth that instilled this belief, I'm not good enough. Every event that occurs matching that belief will reaffirm that you're not good enough and store it in the caudate nucleus. This will then result in corresponding behavioural responses when you feel this way in the future. When you have a treatment with me or do any change work, you'll be destroying old beliefs and instilling new beliefs on a cellular level, and your caudate nucleus needs a new point of reference. To create this new point of reference, you'll need to do an immediate action and prove that this new belief is true. For example, you may have a block when it comes to social media, and after removing this block, you may immediately do a Facebook Live to reinforce that this is no longer an issue. Regular positive reinforcement is then required in order to change the caudate nucleus on a cellular level and affirm your new belief. Studies have indicated that it takes 30 days of reinforcing where you are affirming, feeling, and believing in this new belief to solidify this change. When you're in hero mode and personally accountable for the improvements you want in your life and commit to reinforcing this change, you will realize this positive change on a cellular level and create permanent change in your life. Well, there you have it. There are the 4 secrets to creating permanent change, permanent positive change. Listen to this video as many times as you like, and particularly before a treatment with me. If you'd like to know a little bit more about me and how I can help you, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, or just contact me, and I'll put the links to that below. So thank you so much for listening today, and bye for now.